It was a chilly night in the month of October. The cold winds were blowing ever so slightly. The moon was full, and every now and then the howling silhouette of bats flew over the dark night sky in the small coastal town of Casper in California. It was about 9 p.m., and Donovan was waiting at a bar for Monica, his new girlfriend. "We serve dinner here if you want to order, or are you waiting for someone?" "No, that's all right. I'm actually on a diet." "Ah, the nice guy. Good luck with the girl." Donovan met Monica 2 weeks ago, and so far she seemed like the perfect girl. Tonight, Donovan was to meet a couple of her friends and party. He hoped he would fit into the group. He really liked this girl. It was rather sooner than later that Donovan felt a tap on his shoulder. His eyes met the most beautiful smile. Monica was here. "Did you miss me?" "So this is the most attractive guy in the world you were talking about," Jessica teased. "Jessica, don't embarrass me. This is Donovan. Donovan, this is Jessica." "Oh wow, I thought you were exaggerating. Look at this guy. I can see you take care of yourself. You look younger than all of us." "I'm Allison, Monica's best friend." "You mean second best friend." "Nice to meet you women. Monica mentioned you two." "Don't listen to them, Donovan. They're crazy. Meet Finn. He's Allison's boyfriend." "Hey, what's up, man? How's the night going here?" "Why don't we all order something special? I think the bar has some sort of special dark night deal tonight. Everything's off 40%. "Oh, cool. Is this like the theme of October? We should come here often then, save up on some money." "No, I think today is some sort of creepy holiday. Look at the people around you. Everyone looks so creepy wearing black." "You got that wrong. Technically, we're the only creeps wearing colors here." Jessica leaned over the counter and called the bartender. "Hey there. What's up with the theme tonight?" The bartender looked at the friends. "You guys don't know? Everyone knows about tonight in this neighborhood. It's known as the darkest night of the year." "What's that?" "We're from Casper, but this is the first time we came to this bar." "That's what I thought. There's an urban legend that goes around here. The coast is only about 10 minutes away from here. There's an old lighthouse by the reef that's been abandoned since the early 1800s. According to the legend, some people found a woman lifeless inside the lighthouse one cold October morning. Her body had turned pale white, and her flesh had been dried out, almost sticking onto her skeleton. The people were so superstitious, they said the woman was possessed by some demonic spirit who had taken her soul by night. They didn't give her a burial. Instead, they cremated her remains on the spot to ensure the end of any demonic spirit that lurked there. But guess it didn't work because people still say the lighthouse is haunted. On this specific night in October every year, the screams of the woman whose life was once taken there more than 200 years ago can still be heard. No one has ever dared to go there, but a lot of people gather here to witness it for themselves. It usually happens after midnight, so you might want to order up and stick it out till then." "Oh shoot, now that's creepy." "Nonsense. You believe any of this? This is just a trick for the bar to make something extra. They probably play something on the speakers." "Well, no one said we can't go check it out ourselves." "Oh, so he's handsome and daring. Where did you find this guy?" "Yeah, no thank you. I don't want to come into contact with some supernatural force and become skin and bones, alright? And you better not even think about it, Finn." "Alright, babe, we'll go straight back home. I remember the plans." "Right, tell everyone, Finn." "You guys are such sissies. I'll go with you, Donovan." "No problem with me. Sounds fun. I've never visited a haunted lighthouse." "Come on, Monica. If you're too scared, you can wait out while we check the place out." Monica sighed, looking at her friends. "Alright, I guess a walk on the beach wouldn't be that bad." Except, come 2 hours later, the bartender gained a heavy tip from Jessica. And she, well, let's just say she wasn't in her senses to go anywhere anymore. "Donovan, you're not gonna order a drink?" "That's all right. I don't drink, and I can see why others shouldn't either." Allison and Finn decided to drop Jessica home before they would go home themselves, and Monica and Donovan decided to head out as well. That's going to be one painful hangover in the morning, Jessica. Call me if you need me. I'll come over. What? You're traveling out of the country tomorrow? Yeah, Jessica needs to shut up and get some sleep now. Don't worry about her. I'll take care of everything. Looks like someone is waiting for you. Go, enjoy yourself. Monica peered at Donovan leaning on his car, staring at her with the sweetest smile on his face. She waved goodbye to Allison as she and Finn got Jessica in the car. Can't wait to hear the whole story tomorrow. Allison winked as she closed the car door. Monica turned to Donovan. So where do you want to go? Let's take a walk on the beach. Then we can go to my place if you want. Or we can go to my place. Monica blushed as she got into the car. Sure, if you allow me in, that is. It was a small drive to the beachside. Is that supposed to be the lighthouse the bartender was talking about? I think so. Looks pretty old and broken down. Let's go check it out. Really, Donovan, you're still thinking about that? Ghosts really don't exist. Exactly, so nothing's going to happen. And besides, I'm with you. You don't trust me? Monica couldn't help but smile as she stared into Donovan's eyes. He was gorgeous, and to this date, probably the nicest guy she had been with. So Monica put her hands in his and agreed. The couple walked down the shore collecting shimmering white stones and beautiful shells. Look what I found. This is beautiful. You like it? Of course, I'm taking this home with me. It's a memory of tonight, of me and you. Then just give me a moment. Donovan took out his pocket knife and his bracelet. Breaking it apart, he took out the chain and made a necklace with the shell as its locket. For you. I've never believed in love at first sight, but I think I'm in love with you, Donovan. Donovan chuckled as he took Monica's hand and both ran towards the lighthouse. You think I came this far to investigate ghosts? I just wanted to watch the whole view of Casper from the top of the lighthouse with you by my side. Donovan and Monica stood by the towering lighthouse. The wooden door creaked eerily in the ocean breeze. You first. It was just a story, Monica. Don't be so scared. Donovan and Monica climbed up the 10 flights of stairs. Monica was exhausted, but to her surprise, Donovan was absolutely fine. They stood by the railing looking out into the glistening ocean waves. Donovan suddenly became serious. This is where they found the body, right where you're standing. Monica widened her eyes. You didn't have to tell me that. You're joking with me, right? I swear, it's the truth, Donovan chuckled. But Monica could see right through his mischievous smile. Okay, I admit it. I searched it while you guys were dealing with Jessica. Monica suddenly flinched to a loud wave crashing onto the lighthouse. And for a second she felt the wooden base shook below her. Are you sure it's still safe to climb up this old tower? It's just the two of us here, Monica. Just then, the door behind them slammed shut, all on its own. Monica started to get a little unnerved. She got up nervously. Donovan, let's go back down. Shh. Did you hear that? No, what? Let's wait a little longer. It's almost midnight. We might hear those ghostly screams. No, not a second longer, Donovan. Let's go. All right, then I guess I'll get going. See you tomorrow, babe. What do you mean, see you tomorrow, babe? Donovan headed towards the door. Well, I'm the one with the car and I'm feeling a bit tired myself. I think I'll go home and enjoy myself a nice glass of red. Donovan laughed out. And you can spend the night here. Monica pushed Donovan, almost tearing up. Don't even joke like that, Donovan. Donovan laughed out as he walked back to the railing. He looked at his watch. Let's at least spend these last special moments together before the clock hits midnight. This was indeed the scariest night Monica had ever experienced. But something about Donovan's presence gave her solace that she would be fine. She gripped firmly to the railing as Donovan came closer to her. She closed her eyes, feeling his breath. This truly is a special night. It's a shame it only comes once a year. The words that made Monica feel like she had butterflies in her stomach, just until she felt a piercing pain on the side of her neck. Monica screamed out in pain before she pushed out of Donovan's grip and stumbled to the ground. She was horrified seeing Donovan no longer how he used to be. His hair no longer blonde, but silver. His eyes no longer hazel, but red. Fangs long and pointed, dripping over his lips. Monica inched back as he approached her. What are you? Please, don't do this. 200 years and I haven't listened to anyone. What made you think I'd listen to you? The only thing that changes every time is the beautiful faces. But the women are always the same, naive and vulnerable. They fall in love with me every time. No. No. No! And just like every other year, on this chilly night in October, by the shore in Casper, the abandoned lighthouse was filled again with the dreadful screams of a woman. The ghostly sounds are carried by the breeze to those who fearfully look out to the shore in the darkness, remembering and believing the legend of the darkest night of the year. Click on the subscribe button and check out more awesome videos on our channel. And don't forget to press the bell icon because you know it's interesting.